Women represent about half the population and something like 60% of all the undergraduate college students in the United States. Yet when it comes to the boardroom at for-profit companies, they can be few and far between. Well, recently, our region joined 18 others across the country in participating in a national conversation on board diversity hosted by 2020 Women on Boards, a Boston-based initiative. Carrie Coghill and Christy Uffelman co-chaired the Pittsburgh event, which honored Richard Harshman, Chairman, President, and CEO of Allegheny Technologies, for his leadership on the issue. Ms. Coghill is Chief Executive of Coghill Investment Strategies, and Ms. Uffelman is a partner with Align Leadership. And welcome. Good to have you all here.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, Carrie, why don't I start with you? How did this come about?
You know, I've always had an interest in corporations and board diversity and in investing money. We look to that. And after the financial crisis of 2008, it was an issue that I became really interested in because there weren't many women that were factored into the crisis that had happened. And so it kind of begged the question, would it have been different? Would the outcome have been different? So as I've looked into this issue and really learned a lot about the challenges that, you know, it's really twofold. The challenges that corporations have in recruiting women and women being board ready. So I got connected with the 2020 Women on Boards organization and asked them if they were doing an event in Pittsburgh, and they weren't. And I thought, this is a great opportunity. Given our city and the industry that it represents, we felt that it was a really great opportunity.
Well, you seem to have struck a chord. You had a couple hundred people sold the place out, right?
We did.
People seem to have a genuine interest in this, Christy.
We did. We had a fantastic event on November 19th. And, you know, our goal really in year one was awareness. Awareness of the conversation, awareness of the issue, and awareness of what we can do as individual leaders on our own career path if we want to become board ready, but also what our organizations can and are doing here in the city.
And Rich, that gets to Allegheny Technologies. You've been on the case on this issue for some time now, right?
Yeah, we have. I think our board has long believed that diversity, as broadly defined, is very important. And we've had, of the 10 independent directors, we've had 2 women on our board since 2008, and now 3 since 2012. And actually, our lead director, Diane Creel, has she was on the Teledyne board, which is a forerunner legacy company of ATI. And Diane joined the Teledyne board in 1994.
But you're in the specialty metals business. I mean, that's as guy a business as I can think of. So why did you feel this was so important and it was going to be critical to the company?
Yeah, well, I think diversity is important as broadly defined. Or what you want is a healthy discussion and debate of different ideas, different backgrounds, different experiences, different skill sets. And from a governance standpoint, from a shareholder and investor standpoint, you know, diversity is best practice. From my perspective and from our board's perspective, we don't want people that just sit there and agree with everything. We want to challenge ourselves in terms of, do we have the right strategy? Do we have the right tactics in terms of all of our efforts to create long-term shareholder value, even in tough, challenging, competitive markets like specialty metals?
Well, and Carrie mentioned, you know, how would it have been different if there had been more women on the boards during the financial crisis? Do you see a difference at ATI as you've had more women and greater diversity on your board? Yeah,
you know, to be honest with you, I tend to look at it, you know, from a broad diversity standpoint. I think that, you know, it's not about quotas and it's not about the numbers. It's about the richness and the skill set of the individuals. And the fact that 3 of them are women means we have 3 highly qualified females on our board. And if you think about it from a leadership standpoint, when half the population of the United States is female, and essentially half of the workforce in the United States is female, and you had mentioned what the college graduation rates are, it's actually higher. How can you not have a diversified board when it's all male? The answer is you can't.
So you all honored ATI and Rich. They really have a leadership position in the region, right?
They have, especially in the city, and they've done it numerous times, year after year after year, as Rich had said. And I think it's really important to note that this isn't a women's issue. This is a diversity issue. This is diversity of thought, I think a lot of times when we start to talk about gender diversity and getting more women into higher level positions and onto boards, sometimes we tend to think, oh, it's a women's issue. And it's really creating that conversation, having different perspectives at the table, as Rich said.
Obviously, you need companies like ATI that are thinking about this issue and are sort of entertaining the idea and encouraging it. You also have women who are ready to do it. So when we come back, I want to talk with you all a little bit about what does it take on that side to make sure that the women are there with the right skills and ready to go when the company seeks to recruit them. So we'll be back with more on leadership and diverse leadership on boards in just a few moments. Stay with us.